Hello, everyone. Welcome to the present show. It's Mindful Pat here. We have Lele.
Ciao. Hello.
And our special guest today, Karen, who's joining us. Thanks for coming to the show, Karen.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do and how does it relate to the present?
Well, I am co-founder of a company called Sacred Acoustics, and we create specialized sound recordings that help people get into expanded states of awareness. I know when I first started to learn how to meditate, it was so challenging because I was a busy project manager. I worked with computers in a publishing field, and all I ever had going through my mind when I would sit down to meditate is lists and things I needed to organize and conversations I wanted to have. And sound really helped me to settle the mind much better than I could do just sitting there on my own. Mindfulness, being really attentive to the present moment. And our recordings help people do that as well. And included in them is something we call binaural beats or brainwave entrainment. It's a special signal that delivers a different frequency to each ear. And it's the difference between those two frequencies that really helps to entrain the brain to these lower, more relaxed states of awareness where the body is profoundly relaxed, but the mind is still aware and alert. And this is where all kinds of things can start to be accomplished with our very powerful minds.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. So basically you tell me that with the sound, I'm able to get into a concentration mode much more quickly. How the sound is working with the brain? Like why is it so?
The difference between the signals with binaural beats, say you have a 100 hertz in one ear and 104 hertz in the other, it creates this kind of wah, wah, wah sound, similar to what you might hear when you hit a crystal bowl or a gong or even a tuning fork.
Is it something that you can listen to throughout the day?
Well, generally speaking, we recommend that people use headphones and lie down when they're listening to these. With our practice, we want the body to be able to get profoundly relaxed. We're all partly made of vibrations, and meditating with sound is interesting because sound is vibration as well. And when we also use our voice, we recommend, making the sound like, oh, not to, worship any kind of deity or be a part of some kind of religious system, but just making a sound with your voice makes you realize and identify with the vibrations that create who you are. And so when you can kind of connect your vibration to the vibration of tones, it's a very interesting way of kind of allowing those tones to carry you. Anyone who listens to music, maybe classical music or any type of music that, we all have unique preferences, but music can kind of just carry you away, and it's that vibration. We kind of move beyond the words, the language that kind of limits us. People can connect to their inner consciousness, the vibrational essence of who they are. And another aspect of this is some of our recordings actually encourage people to focus on the heart. And when we can focus on the heart, it gets us out of our brain to find that place inside that isn't thinking, that isn't constantly analyzing. And combining the heart visualizations with the sound is very powerful indeed at helping people really get past their day-to-day concerns and worries that seem to get in the way when we try to meditate.
If you simply, type in on the internet these beats, you get a whole list of channels and different sources. So I'm wondering how to assess sort of the quality of these sounds and whether it's legitimate or not.
Every single sound effect, every single voice, everything we put into, especially our most recent recordings, is one amazingly harmonic composition. So really, I can't compare us to others because I'm sure other people have created their own techniques. The best way to evaluate the quality is listen. Lots of people have tons of explanation. We're no exception, where we try to explain with words what's different about our recordings. Other people do the same and make all kinds of claims. People are going to have different opinions. Lots of people tell us that our recordings are more effective than other binaural beat, but I can't imagine that would be the case for every person on the planet.
Karen, I wanted to know your experience, like your day. How do you practice during the day? How does it work with your mindfulness How is it?
Well, I've gotten to the point where I really try to be mindful in every moment. I do take time to practice each day, just find a quiet time to really just settle. It's really just becoming present in the moment where I stop thinking, where I stop having rambling thoughts go by. While this was challenging at first, the sound technology trained me. I used to practice constantly on a daily basis, up to a couple hours a day, listening to these tones, and they served as very useful training wheels. It is rather simple now to get into states just by using my intention and my awareness. And so it's really become a very integrated part of every moment of my day when I can focus on each activity that I participate in as if it's the most important thing I'm doing. And it really is, because each moment of the day is an opportunity to be present. I love the name of your show because presence is absolutely the best thing any of us can do. The beautiful thing is each of us are, not only do we hear and appreciate music and sound in different ways, we are actually different beings. Not only are our brains different, our vibrations are different. And when we can sit and be more of that unique aspect, we're helping the entire world, the collective consciousness, find that peace within. We're not just doing this alone. When each of us decides to make this commitment to becoming more of who we really are, we're helping everyone on the planet.
Excellent words.
Thank you so much for sharing, Karen. That was a very interesting new dimension of mindfulness that I encourage everyone, not only to try, but also to think about, right? The opportunity to experiment.
I think it's amazing, the power of sound, of not only hearing things, but actually trying to listen, and how it can make your mindfulness even stronger. It can make you more present, more aware, and benefit you in all aspects of life.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.